You don't need any unnecessary processes. Get to the command. I want to see the CP. Immediately, you are having a direct interaction with the Commissioner of Police. And that tells you that Ogun State is maintaining a very robust relationship between the student union, the student host community, and the police presently. So we have a platform where we have all these student unionism. We have them on the platform whereby you can give us immediate information where needed. And at the same time, the issue of trust you just mentioned, that is why we have our complaint response unit. I can assure you that we've received some few reports whereby the student complains one or two things about police, how they've been handling them within their student environment. I can't come here now and be telling you other some students are this, are that. But what we continue to tell our students is, if you are law abiding, you won't have any issues with our policemen. Because we have some students who also claim that the police are arresting them, and at the end of the day, after doing the investigation, we discover that their ways are not pure. Their ways are not pure. We have just these elements. They are very few among the student environment. So we are telling the good people of Ogun State and the student community, if you know your ways are not pure, you still have the time now to come back and make sure whatever that is coming from you continue to be within the limit of what the law says. We can't say because you are a student now and you are doing things against the law and you just want police to overlook. We can't do that. We continue to protect the integrity of the constitution of the country and protect the lives and property as well. That is why I mentioned that complaint response unit. If you know you are genuine, your ways are pure, and you are having any harassment from our policemen, call our CLU department, inform the police authority. We assure you that we don't hate negativities. If any of our policemen does anything negative, we have disciplinary actions taken against those officers. And that is why we have been gaining the perfect trust between the students, the host community, and the police presently. They are our VIPO, very, very important, sincerely speaking, and we make them the stakeholders. And they themselves, they are seeing themselves as stakeholders, and give them a lot of confidence in relating with the police as we are speaking at the moment. Police remain your friends.
Police remain your friends.
Police remains your friends.
And we hope that friendship will materialize and will be practical.
It has been materializing already. It has been materializing already. Even a few weeks ago, we have some calls from policemen. Hello, Oga, and we are having the police are going to come. Don't stress yourself. Just go in, ask of the DPO and say, if you don't have it, immediately we give you the DPO's number. When you check all our handles.
Let me make a confession. And it's positive, although I still have others, but I will mention.
Okay, sir.
3 weeks ago, someone called me that he's been harassed by talks around this area, and I said, okay, around his community.
Okay.
And he said, okay, put a call through the PPRO. He put a call through, and the PPRO sent the number of the DPO, and the DPO responded, and few hours later, the issue was resolved. And I said that was a good response rate. And despite the person did not know the DPO, and he make a call, and the DPO responded immediately. So that's a plus to the police. And I urge members of the public to use this medium to express their grievances if they have anything.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. That's why, since the arrival of this our police public relation officer, DSP Babasheyi Olusheyi, you know him to be a lawyer as well. Aside of being a policeman, he's a lawyer who knows what the law says. And that department, we under him, we've learned a lot from him as well. And we've been responsible to our duties, and we'll be making ourselves available to everybody. Whatever you need. We've seen people running down to the office, carrying to the office, and we make sure whatever is the issue. Even we have issues that is not even concerning Ogun State. As soon as you believe this is where you want to come to have a solution to your problem, we make everything easy. We have the contact of all the PROs of other states, other commands, and we've been so perfect with anyone coming to us. Either you call the PPRO, you call myself, you call any of our department. Sincerely speaking, be rest assured that whatever that is the issue of concern will be immediately resolved, finding a perfect and lasting solution to that.
Okay, so do you think we are, based on the fact that we've had recent cases of kidnappings, and different vices and incidents around tertiary institutions, do you think we are witnessing a dangerous evolution from campus cultism to, organized crimes that is targeting students?
Do you know that that incident of that particular institutions, it has been so unfortunate, and the command was not pleased with the issues. Thank God we've done the needful immediately, and at the same time we've been doing all necessary things to make sure that such things never have its way again in our environment. So for now, no stress, because after getting those students back, a lot of investigations are going on underneath as we are speaking. We have some suspects. A lot of investigations are ongoing, and we assure the public that we will continue doing things that will restore the hope, the trust, and the perfect relationship between the police, the community, and the students in Ogun State.
Okay. There was this report recently. There was this official quoted as saying that larger percentage of students in tertiary institutions are into cybercrime, and given specific data to back this up. And these days, you hardly find a checkpoint of the police without asking whether youth or students who look like a Yahoo boy to come down, to cite their phone, to interrogate them one way or the other. And this happens also around our institution. So what are you doing to ensure that we don't have a situation where on these guys that you are trying to check the excesses of the cybercrime in those involved in the so-called Yahoo harassing students, the police harassing some even innocent students because of their dress, because of the way they look. So what are you doing in this respect? Because this has been a recurring decimal complaint even among students, that we have police harassing them because of the way they look, that they say they belong to Yahoo boys or such.
One thing we know that is very truthful is your dress can never connote who you actually are. You understand? And in police departments presently, I mentioned something earlier that we have been having day in day out lectures among our men, the officers and men within the command at various environments. We've been having lectures. This is the proper way in discharging your duty, most especially in these our student environment. Your dress can never connote either you are Yahoo or you are whatever. The only thing we continue to let our people know is we now have a law that deals directly with cybercrime, and it goes beyond Yahoo alone. It goes beyond Yahoo alone. Going to your social media, saying unpretended things about your colleagues, about your institution, about whatever that you cannot defend, you should know that you are doing things against the Cybercrime Act. So the issue of police harassing this or assuming someone is a Yahoo or whatever is, I will just plead with the people of Ogun State that we need a more perfect cooperation. We need a more perfect synergy between us and between the police and this community. Let me give you an example of recent. During the stop and search in a particular area in Ogun State, we discovered the unnecessary body movement of particular passengers, and it gives the police more reasons to do the needful regards that particular vehicle. Do you know that we were able to get uh, 2 pistols from those suspects, all in the name of they are moving, they've dressed well, they've dressed so perfect. Look at this person now, he's a pastor now, how does he do this? But if you just allow police to do their job, that is what I'm pleading the people of Ogun State. Allow police to do their job. Wherever you are seeing police doing beyond necessary, you have where to call. Your gateway shield is there with you. The CRU will continue to mention is there with you. The PPRO is always available. Call on us. Any officer that does things against the model operandi of how the job is supposed to be done, surely we have a disciplinary action against such officers. And we assure the good people of Ogun State, with these day in, day out lectures, we continue to guide our officers and men on how to discharge their duty to the best. We assure the people, just put your trust in us, support us, have the confidence in us. We'll continue to discharge our duty in a more perfect way.
Quick one. There's this advocacy that you need information from members of the public. When there's this disagreement on the duty, the way the police are carrying out their duty, there's this controversy about, can I take recordings, pictures of that altercation so that I have evidence of what actually happened? Is there any legal implication when you have altercation with a police officer, you have disagreement with him, and a third party taking picture or taking video of the proceeding? Is it illegal? Is it allowed by the law?
It is allowed. And we have been mentioning this everywhere we have been going. Now you have the right to video record any officers when discharging their duty. Just that you don't record to aid investigation.
Okay.
You understand? You can record in as much is not, we've been saying issues that people will be taking their video to the extent that a policeman, they will be using that to threat, to harass an officer themselves. Everyone has a right in this Nigeria, as we have laws that protect the peoples. At the same time, we have the laws that protect our officers too. When there's trust, when there is confidence, there won't be any misunderstanding of such. A policeman discharging his or her duty in a reasonable way, there won't be any complaint. You recording me, I will even be happy. I will be glad you are recording me. I will be glad you are recording me, because when it goes viral, people everywhere will continue to say, wow, kudos to the Nigeria Police Force in Ogun State Command. Look at the way they discharge their duty. But you, that you know that your hands are not plain, and you are not looking for a way, because you have the right to record, and you want to be having your video recording in such a way that you want to aid certain things at the moment, the police will not be smiled at you on that. The police will not be smiled at you. But you are free to record anywhere. Aside, even some people mentioned that when you get to the police station, they will be telling them, drop your phone here, drop your phone here. We've mentioned it everywhere. Police environment remain a public place where everyone can go in, go out, and seek whatever you want, and will continue to have a good solution to your problems. But not by going, because we have our suspects there who also have their own rights. Why I said everyone has their right. If you are a law-abiding citizen, you have the right, you have the law that protects you. If you know you are doing things negative, you are doing against the law will always take its course. And at the same time, the police officer discharging their duty, they also have their right to certain protection by everyone. But you go to the police station, you want to start recording, most especially when we are having suspects. Everyone in the eye of the law remain a suspect until a court of says otherwise. Policeman cannot call you a criminal. You are a criminal. Policeman don't call anyone a criminal. you are always a suspect whenever you are with us, even if we have all the evidences against you, until you get to the court of law before you can be convicted. So going to the police station with your phone, you want to record, my brother and sister, you may not be given such opportunity, because we will not allow you to come and be recording our suspects and start posting it everywhere, where the laws still assume them to be innocent until court says otherwise.
Okay. So aside the different platforms that you have, the Shield and every other platform you have for students to actually send in report, what other things or what other ways can they also protect themselves? Because at this point now, it seems they are the main focus. The attacks we've been having has to do with tertiary institutions. So what can you say to students that feel, okay, they are in school, they've got all the freedom, they have all the liberty, and then how can they also protect themselves on the long run?
Well, what are we? The main advice I would just give our students is, I want to assure them this is Ogun State, a gateway to Nigeria per se. If you go your lanes in the institutions in such a way that you abide with every necessary rules and regulation guiding a proper conduct of a student in a particular higher institutions, I am sure there won't be any issues. You know, all these schools, they have their internal securities. All higher institutions, they have their internal securities, they have their CSO, CSD, CS that, and all these people are actually in a perfect synergy with the Nigerian police force. So at the same time, you know, we have all these Amotekun, we have all these other sister agency, that we are also having a perfect collaboration in discharging our duties, even including the hunters. When you see them at the command, they are one of the major stakeholders as well that we have in Ogun State. And all this security we are providing in all these student environment, the higher institutions, the everything, they are all well carried along. And as a student, go to school, go for your lectures, go back home and be security conscious. When you see something, say some things. You have all what you want within your reach. And we assure you we'll continue to discharge our duty in such a way that we will make sure that before the crime is even being perpetrated, we'll continue to curb it at the names of it.
Okay. So what was your advice to the management of tertiary institutions in Ogun State to reduce to the BRS minimum incidences of attack against students in their domain?
Well, we are police officers. We are not the government in particular. You know, some institutions, sorry to say, they are porous. You understand me? They are porous. I will just plead with the management to also discharge their own duty perfectly. I won't say much on that. They should just do their own. You know, you can't be in an institution now that even the environment is not secured. When we are talking of secured, it goes beyond just put a policeman everywhere. At least we have to put certain things in places so that at least it will continue to help the discharge of police duties as well. So the management should play their own roles. The students should be law abiding, and we assure you that the police will continue to be your friend, protect your lives, your properties, and everyone will continue to live in a peaceful environment within Ogun State.
All right, thank you so much, Officer Shadi. At this point, let us take calls.
Before we take calls,
okay.
This is also an interesting part. We are approaching 2027 election, and incidents of ballot snatching, political talks, students sometimes find themselves being used as political talks during and after election. So what's your message in respect of the involvement of students in political talk ahead of 2027 election?
Firstly, the Commissioner of Police, Ogun State, has charged our Prokakov department, our Prokakov, to make sure they move around, talk to the students, and let them know this is your roles in the coming election. You know, when you know your roles, you won't go beyond the law. So that when we come back, we won't say, at least we have told you, this is your limit. You understand? This is your limit. As long as you are 18, you are entitled to vote, you are entitled to do this, you are entitled to do that. But everyone has the limitations. So we'll just tell the student to be law abided. If you are law abided, in whatever discharge you are having, you won't have any issues of insecurities whatsoever. And in Ogun State, the police have been doing every necessary things in preparation of the coming election. Both their primary elections were coming very soon, both the general election as well. That is why the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has even been helping us. You know, presently we are having recruitment processes where we are having more 50,000 police officers who will join us very soon. The process is almost at the final stage. They will all be trained and be available to join us very soon, so that we can have more manpowers. But with what we have at the moment, we assure the people we are in full preparation for both primaries, the secondary, the whatever election, and we plead our students just be law abiding, and that is why. If you are law abiding, you don't have any issues. Where you're supposed to go at a particular time goes there. When you are supposed to be back home, go back home. There is no reason for our students to be moving in the middle of the night. Go to school at your proper lectures hour, come back in the afternoon, go back home and be reading your book. That is all expected from you. We know.
Okay, thank you so much, Officer Shadi. Let's take one or two calls before we take a break for the national news. 0810 786 0000 0810 786 0000. For messages, please send them to you 090 3927 3532. Hello.
Hello, good morning, everybody in the studio, and our police officer. My name is Akin Bidoni. I'm calling from Camp, Odeda, Abeokuta. Yes, I'm listening to you, officer, with attention. And I want to give it to Ogun State Police Command for doing their best, especially rescuing our children that were kidnapped in Remoazis, Moderate to Ebo. However, officer, I think you still need to do more. So you have explained a lot. Because just last week, we had on this station that some students in Ibogun area were, some hoodlums entered that campus and even went away with one of them's car. I don't know, you did not give us update on that. At least I did not hear it. Maybe you give us update on that. Then please, we have so many other institutions in Ogun State, both private, federal, and state. Please ensure that all of them are highly secure because these children are valuable to us. I want to commend you once more for doing a well-done job, but more still needs to be done. And I also I agree with that your stations, the way they receive us is highly commendable nowadays. More grace to them, especially at Harmony in camp here where I am. Thank you.
Thank you. 0810 786 0000. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dr. Kayode Olumide from Abeokuta. Good morning, our officer.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to commend your efforts so far. You have been able to conduct delicate, will I say delicate, is it, am I going to say you are negotiating with those people? No, but delicate, how will I put it now? Actions against those culprits that probably were caught in that move to get away with the abduction of those students. What I'm now saying is, or I'm seeing now is the fact that I would say you've been tactful, diplomatic, and then tactful in what you are doing. But at the same time, sir, you have not been able to mention, so that we'll be able to know who and who to deal with in our environment. You have not been able to mention whether those people are Hausas or Fulani or the Yorubas, those people you caught. That's one. Then two, sir, you said you have an app. That app, assuming somebody who has that app now use it to, police are friends. They just wanted to make sure that they hold the police ransom. I mean, they hold them. How will I put it now? Probably they just wanted to deceive the police, and then they probably be the one that will now abduct the police or want to abduct the police. How do you see that? That you are saying we should put anonymous in those names that you have given or will be given to you.
Okay.
But I don't see. You need to give your name if you know that yes, certain things is happening in your area. You don't need to hide your name.
Thank you.
So how do you see that, sir?
Thank you. 081. Okay, yeah, let's allow you. Yeah.
Well,
Please.
thank you. Let me start from this second question. Thank you very much, sir. Let me still speak a bit more about the features of this Gateway Shield. Do you know one thing interesting about this Gateway Shield is our technology is so much advanced to the extent that either you are calling or you are dropping a message. We have features that immediately you are making your calls, will be able to identify your location at that moment within that environment, even if you are giving a false information to the policeman. Even if you are telling the policeman, and presently I'm in a Laro, I'm Kinekon, immediately you are dropping those messages or putting that calls through. We have the technology that is identifying immediately the location, the exact location where you are at the moment. Why we are talking about these anonymous is we just want, that trust. We want to bridge a gap. We want to make sure that in the past we've had some people who actually have a very good information to give the policeman, but having a fear that if I give a policeman this information, I hope they will not call me to come and explain this. We are only talking about those anonymous part of it, that for you to know that you are safe. Whatever information you are giving the policeman, you are actually safe. What we need is your information, not you in particular. And at times, maybe you are given the information, you couldn't give us the proper information finish before something, God forbid, happened. Immediately that location, we have our men everywhere. We do the needful, call the certain tactical team, call this, please take care of this. And we assure you, in so many ways that we cannot explain here, we will take care of that.
Even talking about the safety of your men.
Yes, that is what I'm saying, that the safety of our men, that immediately you are given information, we have a way we are digesting the information before taking our actions immediately. And whatever actions we are taking, and will continue to make our own safety to a priority to us. Thank you so much, sir. And the first caller actually mentioned something about Ibogun. Do you know this Ibogun? The Commissioner of Police, CP Bode Ojajuni, and his team in Ogun State have actually visited their institutions. They have visited their institutions. They've met with the students, the student union government, the management team, the provost, and everyone. They've met with them, and the incident that happens of recent, the police have done the needful in that regards. And we assure you investigations are going. Since the investigations are going, that is why we couldn't make mention of certain things on here at the moment. But we assure the peoples of Ogun State that they will continue to hear good from us always.
All right, thank you so much. Let us take a break for the national news. When we return, we'll take more calls and messages. Please stay with us.
Fireborn, fireborn, fireborn. The man we know make it better for him, brother. Fireborn, 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 fireborn on the bad people, them the ball. Fire, fire, in our country. Give me plenty water. Make I quench fire. Now hear me again, people. Fire, fire, in our country. Give me plenty water. Make I quench fire. Now hear me again, people. All the bad people when they our land, when no one make it better for the people.
Daybreak Show.
Guess what, guys? Pay 50% and go solar. Yes, Paradise Life Nigeria Limited made that possible. Just pay 50% of any of our packages and go solar immediately. The remaining 50% can be paid in installments spread within 6 to 12 months for your convenience. Sign up for any of our powerful solar systems suitable for homes, offices, shops, hotels, companies, factories, churches, mosques, event centers, petrol stations, shopping malls, etc. We also deal in all solar equipment and accessories like solar panels, inverters, batteries, charge controllers. Training is also available. Our office is located at Paradise Solar House beside StarTimes office, Alogi, Obantoko, Abeokuta. For more information, visit our website on www.paradisedigitalworld.com or call 0905 672 5977 or send WhatsApp message on 0803 910 9394. Paradise Life Nigeria Limited. Go solar. No more darkness.
Daybreak. Daybreak. The Daybreak Show.
We don't just scratch the news, we dig deep for it. Breaking the beats and the chips of the analysis. Line by line, tale by tale. Narrating the antecedents you've never for once been told. We place the force of the rock behind every story. And that's the power of the rock. Rock City 101.9 FM. 4 stories untold.
The biggest news stories. This is Rock City FM News.
The time is 10 o'clock. Here is the national news. First, the top headlines. Niger begins Hajj airlift as 345 pilgrims fly out to Medina. Atiku Keyamo slam NDC's southern ticket. Yaradua's death caused zoning confusion, says Kwankwaso. Nurses occupy special place, play critical roles, says Obi. Amoshon targets third African hurdles title in Accra. EFCC tenders newspaper publications against the Emefiele on Naira redesign charges. Good morning, I am Osatuame Igaluchima, bringing you the news and details shortly. Now, the news in detail. The first batch of 345 intending pilgrims from Niger has departed via the Bola Tinubu International Airport, Mina, late Monday night for Medina, Saudi Arabia. Reports have it that Flying House Airline took off at about 10:15 p.m. with the 345 pilgrims on board. The group comprised 227 males and 118 females from Chanchaga and Borgu local government areas. Addressing the pilgrims before departure, Governor Mohammed Umar Bago urged them to be good ambassadors of the state. The camp of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has warned opposition political actors against zoning the 2027 presidential tickets to the south, saying it would amount to entering the contest already defeated. In the same way, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, criticized NDC's decision to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to southern Nigeria for a single term. In a statement issued by his media aide Olushola Sani, the former VP described the push for a southern opposition candidate as self-defeating and intellectually dishonest, arguing that the Nigerian political history offered no precedent for an opposition challenger from the same geopolitical bloc as a sitting president ever unseating that president. The camp acknowledged that the ruling All Progressives Congress could reasonably retain its southern presidential configuration around incumbent President Bola Tinubu, but argued that the opposition had no business applying the same logic without a cold-eyed assessment of electoral realities. In another development, a chieftain of the Nigeria Democratic Congress, Rabi Kwankwaso, has said that the death of former President Umaru Yar'Adua caused the confusion over power rotation between Nigeria's north and south. Kwankwaso, who added that giving the 2027 presidential tickets to the south is the only way to end the argument, stated this on Monday while defending the NDC's decision to zone the presidency to the south. Kwankwaso admitted that people calculated the zoning question differently, depending on where they started counting. Yaradra, a northerner, died in office in May 2010 after a long illness, having served less than one full term. His deputy, Goodluck Jonathan from the south, finished the term and went on to win a full term of his own in 2011. Former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi has said that all the nurses and midwives in Nigeria occupy a very special place and play very critical roles in the country's health sector. He has, however, called Nigerian nurses and midwives for their dedication and sacrifices in the country's healthcare sector on the occasion of this year's World Nurses Day. In a post on his official X handle on Tuesday, Obi described nurses as the heart of our health sector, noting that they play critical roles in healthcare delivery across the country. The former Anambra State Governor commended Nigerian nurses for working under difficult conditions, including poor work environments, a shortage of equipment, and high patient-to-nurse ratios. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) tendered newspaper publications on the Naira redesign allegations against the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, in his trial over directive has been issued for full investigation. The federal government, in partnership with the European Union and the World Health Organization on Monday, launched a 4.2 million euros initiative to strengthen Nigeria's capacity to detect and respond to disease outbreaks. The program, known as EU Support to Public Health Institutes in Nigeria, was unveiled in Abuja at a gathering of health experts, senior government officials, and development partners. The 4-year initiative, funded by the European Union and implemented by the WHO in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, is valued at approximately 6.7 billion naira. The program is expected to strengthen the core functions of selected public health institutions to improve early detection of outbreaks, enhance information sharing, and reduce the impact of poor health outcomes across the country. In business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission remitted over 322 billion naira and $116.9 million into the Federation account within 2 months, following the implementation of Executive Order 9 signed in February 2026. Documents presented at the Federation Account Allocation Committee meetings have shown. The documents obtained from presentations made by both agencies at the March and April FAC meetings indicated that the remittances followed the federal government's directive mandating the full transfer of crude oil and gas revenues into the Federation account. The document for January 2026 remittance was not uploaded by the committee. Executive Order 9, signed by President Bola Tinubu in February 2026, was introduced to strengthen transparency, improve revenue accountability, and boost inflows into the Federation account at the time the government is grappling with fiscal pressures and rising expenditure demands. Now in sports, world record holder and 5-time national champion Toby Amusan will target the third African 100 meters hurdles title as she begins her campaign at the 2026 African Senior Athletics Championships in Accra, Ghana, which gets underway at the University of Ghana today. Amusan arrives with an impressive record at the Continental Championships, having won 5 gold medals across individual and relay events. She won the 100-meter and 4x100-meter relay titles at Asaba 2018, repeated the sprint hurdles and relay double at Mauritius 2022, and added another relay gold at Douala 2024. She was, however, expected to challenge for a third 100-meter hurdles crown in Douala, but did not compete in the individual event for personal reasons, instead featuring in the relay. Even though Amusan is expected to have an easy path to reclaiming the title, compatriots Adobe Tabugbo and Janet Sunday will be in contention to challenge her. That was the national news. Just before we go, the top headlines once again. Niger begins Hajj airlift as 345 pilgrims fly out to Medina. Atiku Keyamo slam NDC's southern ticket. Yaradwa's death caused zoning confusion, says Kwankwaso. Nurses occupy special place, play critical role, says Obi. Amusan targets third African hurdles title in Accra. EFCC tenders newspaper publications against Emefiele on Naira redesign charges. For more stories and to listen to us live, log on to our website on www.rockcityfm.ng. Thank you for listening. I am Ustatuame Igaluchima. Good morning.
Traffic updates, business news, weather reports, eyewitness reports, and a variety of topical issues. These are the basic ingredients of a top-notch breakfast show. Welcome to the Daybreak Show, weekday mornings on Rock City 101.9 FM, the voice of the people.
For grand fighter, tell me something I don't know why. Rich man go dey yalla peya, poor man go dey sound. Rich man go dey yalla peya, poor man go dey sound. They wanna lead us well, don't let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. If you be governor, govern us well. If you be senator, senator well. If you be police well well. Now they think right, lead us well. Govern us well. If you be senator well. Police well well. Now they think right. Well, you know they, brother, transportation no dey, and our road wahala. When not dey na how we want survive. Many youth ready for work, but as work not dey na how we want survive. We be giant of Africa, but we are different than Ghana now, yeah. Like a policeman go see white, he go tell you say I say that thing, I read tell me something I do to make una lead us well. No let this nation to call it fed well. Mr. President, lead us well. Governor, govern us well. If you receive us anytime well. Police well, not the thing right. Lead us well. Govern us well. If you receive us anytime well. Police well, not the thing right. I like the way we can kiss the name of the party. People destroy people, not the name of the party. Election for my country, na party. Wayo, arranging on it. People wait for them, can still they live in pain. This na disgrace, I am so ashamed.
Welcome to the second and final lap of today's edition of Citizens Forum on Rock City 101.9. And yes, so we are still discussing renewed attacks on Ogun Tertiary institution students. While we still have with us in the studio the PA of the PPR Ogun State Commander Officer Mustafa Ashadi. And at this point, let us turn the mic over to you that is listening. We'll go back to calls and messages. Remember, if you called in earlier, I'm sorry, you can't call in again today. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm from Delaware. So our resource person. I'm blessed people saying them and there. But with all due respect, I'm necessarily remember. I'm speaking with you. When we see anything that is not that good from the police, right? The city is unique when it is not good. The authority, which is the police.
Hello?
Hello?
I can barely hear you.
It's not clear enough.
Yes.
Yeah, are you with me now?
Yes,
Okay, it's better now.
What is the assurance from me that this guy report anything to you? My life will be at stake. That is my number one. Another one, too, sir. Let me use this language to not be good. The right way to use it. He told Gate, the citizen repair along the Lagos Ibadan Express will make them to take the industry and Ibadan to Abeokuta here when they stop with the road safety and the police. They go and buy something in paper to go and take them. Don't you think that is what's not supposed to be in the state? Used to be. And please, it may not be the right question, but this is that my mother about 2027 election. Please, who will claim for vote buying? Who will report for vote buying? Is it the INEC or the police? Let's stop here. Have a nice day.
Have a great day too. 08107860000.
Remember, we are discussing issue attack around our tertiary institutions in Ogun State. Please, let's speak along that line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to my indomitable Satuan Galuchima.
Good morning.
And good morning to my quintessential Dr. Jami Folari. Yes, Satuan, what is my name? I'm coming from a user place of our board. We are good to press. Now, good morning to the young SPs in the city. Satuan, I love you the more. Jami, I love you the more. And what is my name? Whatever I'm saying it from an avalanche experience. Police of years is your friend. There was a question I was listening to the double B one program. He said they asked a question. He said part of State Polytechnic of years, not much for better potential of today. Away from that and quickly. Again, on information. That's why I say I love you the more and Usatwa and the other man. I'm talking about evidence. If you say you are giving any information to police officer, you are doing so at your own detriment. Look, when we are talking of SPO, SPO is of two categories. We have very senior police officers from the rank of CP. Is very small police, and from the rank of these are not below. It's not very small police. If you are giving information of one of them, you are doing so at your own terrain. Now, issue of phone again of Satuame. When you are entering any police formation this day, they will ask you to drop your phone. It's wrong. I'm telling the man at the street. I put it to you that it's wrong with Satuame. It's wrong. Even in court of Satuame, when we are going to court, They don't ask you to drop your phone. What they ask you to do, look, put your phone on silent. So if you know you are not having anything that is inimical, you are asking somebody to drop his phone. It's very, very wrong. I was a CP officer about 3 weeks ago. Not last week, I called you from that place. Nobody asked me to drop phone. The same when I want to say CRD, they will ask you to drop your phone because they know their hands are not pure. That is the good spectrum about that issue. Now, you ask one question, Jamil. I want the man in the street to drive.
Right,
I don't want you to ask hello? I don't want to ask you a basic question. I'm still asking you. You ask one question. Is it internal or is it external? Where is the CIB, the police force today? Where is the special inquiry bureau? Where is special intelligence bureau? Time will not permit me, Mr. Tuame. And also, you ask one question again. Where are the identified hotspots? You have not told us the identified hotspots.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I just need to let you go at this point. 081078600000810. Yeah, let's have your thoughts on that before we go further.
Well, as we've mentioned earlier, the issues of dropping your phone before getting to, well, as he just mentioned now, he said he was with CP some days ago or whereabout. That no one tells him to drop his phone because the purpose is actually different. If you say you are going to the criminal investigation department, you are not going there for a courtesy visit.
You'd have to drop your phone.
You have to drop your phone. We're having a lot of robbery suspects, kidnapping suspects, cultism suspects. We have a lot of, and we all know what the law says regards this Cybercrime Act. We all know what the law says about the rights of a suspect. When we are all aware of this, when last do you see policemen parading suspects again? We have not been doing that because we are also a law-abiding citizen and we have to make sure we protect the integrity of the law. The law says it's clear. Protect the identity of the suspect until court says otherwise. And you are going to the criminal investigation department when you know that most things being investigated there are criminal cases. And we've seen a situation whereby we allow people with their phone getting there, matters that does not even concern them, seeing parties being interrogated by the policemen, and they started videoing them. At the end of the day, we started seeing on social media where we say, see Mr. Giwa, see Mr. Kunle, see Mr. Fawaz. Someone that still remain a suspect, remain innocent until court of this thing says otherwise, competent jurisdiction. So our caller, we are sorry to say, if we are going to our police formation, most especially where crimes are being investigated, you can't go with your phone and nothing more. We don't have anything hidden we are doing there. It's just for us to make sure we protect the integrity of the law by protecting the rights of every suspect. They remain suspect until court says otherwise.
He also mentioned that it's better you give information to senior officer than junior officer.
Well, there's nothing of such. When it comes to crime investigations, when it comes to discharging duty, everyone have their roles to play. Be it junior officers, be it senior officers, everyone actually have their own their roles to play. Because you as a policeman, if given any information, you know what to do immediately on that. And we continue to assure our people that having a relationship with policemen, giving information to policemen, you don't have any reason to be scared anymore. You are safe. All we need is see something and say something immediately. And we'll be having a lot of successes in people giving us all the information. We are not magicians. When we have information, we know how to build on that, do the proper investigation, and discharge our duty accordingly. And that's all. That is why our gateway sheet was able to have anonymous features on it. That, okay, in case you still don't have the trust yet we have been building with our people, well, go anonymous. Give us that information. We will get the location immediately and we'll continue to do the needful expected of us to do.
All right, thank you. Let us take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I greet the officers in the studio. Everybody also Engineer Afolabi. I'm calling from Songo. Yes, I differ to agree with the last caller in the area of. You see, perfection is a matter of circumstances, which is dependent on the subject. If you are going to the police station, like the guest has said, purposely because of investigation, they say you must drop your phone. There's nothing wrong in it to me. That's my own perception because of the issue that they are discussing there. So if they say they should drop myself, they have the right. Also, to give information to some certain people. There are some designated people that were made in area of giving information. Whether you are ACP or you are the lowest grader. Once you are assigned to be on that desk of information, let it be. There should not be any type of designated person you must give information to have a seal information.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, the guest has really said a lot of things, which I admit with him. I agree with you. Let it be. If you are going inside during the investigation, drop your phone, as the really said. Your phone will be under the custody of the officers there. Nothing will happen to your phone.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
0810-786-0000 0810-786-0000. Hello.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Good morning, the CP representative and Dr. Jamiu in the house. My name is Dr. Uncle. Good morning again.
Well done, sir.
I have listened to you, sir, and I'm a bit more interested in this Shafari episode. What happened to the people who kidnapped those students? It's not enough to tell us they were rescued within seconds or minutes or days. What happened to people who attempted to or who kidnapped those students? Because that will act as deterrent to other people. It's not that they were released only. What happened to those people who attempted that kidnap? You see, because when you don't do that, you give room for social media to flourish. Number two, I'll give you an example. Look at what happened, is it 2 or 3 days ago in those states? I'm sure you might have seen that video. That video of a young man being shot, blah, blah, blah. If you go to the social media now, oh, it's because of that friend. Oh, it's because he collected money. Oh, he didn't share the money. Oh, you see, when you allow that to happen, sir, it makes your job more difficult. Because we believe in social media now than even the so-called orthodox media. Let us know in time so that we don't give room for social media to come and say what they should not say. And I now ask, what happened to those people or the kidnappers? Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll take one more call. Would allow Officer Shadi respond to them and then take another set. 0810-786-0000. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jame. Mr. Jame, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I am supposed to Taiwan, Nobody, area. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Now, I want to ask, what is wrong with our society? How do we get away?
Can you please turn off your radio?
Thank you. How do we get away from criminal mindedness of our students? I heard that statistics show that 60% of our students engage in cybercrime. What a shame. Is this society we want to build? What is the police doing? What are parents doing? None of my children has ever engaged in this sort of, I thank God. And the God has helped me to see none of them. All of them are graduates today in their and they're in their respective fields. Now, sir, I want to ask, are police still our friends? They, as they claim to be, are they still our friends? Do they treat us as gentlemen when we visit their station? I have never been invited in my life or queried by any policeman in any police. No. Never. Even when I was in service, I have never. I'm not criminally minded.
All right, thank you.
Let police treat us as gentlemen, as their friends, so that our society can be seen to be
Thank you.
civilized.
Thank you so much. All right, Officer Ashade, let's have you.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Firstly, let me start with our able Dr. Nkong. Yeah, where he spoke precisely about what actually happened to those kidnappers, right?
Yes.
Well, one thing I want to assure our doctor and the good people of Ogun State is, if you check the statistics very well, since we've resumed to the publicity department in Ogun State Command, we have been making sure that we change the narrative. We don't wait until people start asking us what actually happens. We had there was an arrest yesterday, that was this, that was that. We make sure within 24 hours, when there's any issues, any investigations ongoing in Ogun State Command, immediately we continue to dish the information out quickly, even without people asking us. When you check our Twitter handles, our Facebook, all our platforms, we make sure we give information out without people. We arrested this today, we arrested this yesterday, so things happen today. Presently, as also division, these things are ongoing. We make sure we continue to dish out all this information without waiting for anyone to ask us, and it shows that we have nothing to hide. We have nothing to hide. And the issues of these gateway Shakpade issues, sir, as a policeman, when some things are under a critical investigation, I am sorry, we will surely come back and tell the good people of Ogun State what actually transpired, how the police does this, how it does that. But presently, give us the grace. Investigations are ongoing. The major part of it is our students have been brought back alive, no issues, no complaint, and by God's grace, any further information that needs to be dishing out will surely be done at the right time. Presently, critical investigations are highly ongoing.
Apostle Taiwo, everybody mentioned, what's your advice to parents in relation to the discussion around security?
Sincerely speaking, I really appreciate apostles for that. Firstly, when we talk about learning process itself, we have factors that affect learning. When we are talking of parental factors, environmental factors, and the major things at the moment is the parental factors. Just like we complain at times about some policemen, we forgot that it was not actually Nigeria Police Force that gave birth to those working in that department. You are yourself before coming to the job. Surely, if you are a good person from your home, from your background, nothing will influence you negatively in the job. When you are a child and you are well trained in your home, getting to our institution, that is why I'm highly impressed about the last caller talking about his kids boldly. Kudos to you, sir. That my children's, they are this, they are that today, and in my life I have never. How many Nigerians can come out boldly and say what Apostle actually said now? If everyone can do this, that means there's no reason for everyone to be panicking in the country. No reason for that. Train your child. Most negativities we're experiencing today, most of these are actually coming from the background, from the home, the parental factor, which are the major negativities that is leading to all these insecurities we are having everywhere. If your child is law abiding, if your child is actually omoluabi from the home, when you get to the school, what is going to influence you? You always remember the sons and daughters of whom you are. I am from my home. My name is Ashade. Aside of being a policeman today, I will continue to protect the integrity of my family name, because it goes beyond one police officer. At the end of the day, we say, who is that police officer? Is one Mr. So person. So I will use the opportunity at the same time to implore all our parents everywhere that we should please let us do more. Let us do more. Most of all these child in our institution today, they all pass through a particular secondary schools. Go to most of our secondary school today and see what is actually going on there. I can't say that here. Those students will eventually come back and get an admission to our institutions, and then we'll start saying police are not doing this, police are not doing that. But sincerely, I want to plead with our parents. They should make sure they are doing the needful in regards of taking care of the kids, so that by the time they get to institution, they will always remember their background, where they come from. And with that, we'll continue to have a perfect and security-wise environment.
Okay, thank you so much. Let us take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Pius, calling you from Shade. I greet the officer in your studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Why is it that when someone gets to police station, maybe you want to arrest someone, and you go to the police station, they ask you to pay money before they can follow you to make the arrest? Someone police officer even told me it's a mobilization fee I have to pay before they can follow me. And I wonder, why is it so? And secondly, I was at one station very close to my area here. I went there to lodge a complaint. Then the CRO in charge on ground told me that I have to buy that ledger book that he used to log in. And I asked him, why? Is it my right to buy the book or something like that? So we are arguing. Then this SO now came and said, what's happening there? Then I told him, say, this is what happened. Then you know what he told me? He said, and I said, why? Then I was very, very irritated. I said, when I get to 11, you are going to repeat yourself before they can be able to log in my complaint. Why is it so, sir? Is it by force? And if you want to go and maybe you want to go and check a suspect in their cell, they will ask you to buy ISA, buy this, buy that before you consider suspect. Is it very right, sir? I want you to talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, let's have you.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It is well understandable. But sir, I want to say something.
That he insisted of not paying.
Yes. That means you are a great stakeholder in our gateway state, and that is our expectations. When some people talks about paying bills in the station, we ask you, which money were you paying? Paying for who? For what? Through which avenue are they collecting it? Are they giving you receipt for that? What did you do that they asked you to pay? In all our social handles, we continue to put the phone numbers of all the POs, phone numbers of all area commanders, even the commissioner of police numbers is always posted every time. The publicity department, our complete response unit department, the gateway shield, everything. If you are asked anywhere, I'm speaking here, if you are asked anywhere to pay money for bail, put a call through. Hello, sir, I am presently at so police station. I was asked to pay for bail. By who? Which officer? Mention it. We assure the good people of Ogun State that we will surely do the needful. Nothing like bails. Bail is free everywhere. And if you want to report any matter, you are entitled to your freedom. Get to the station, make your complaint, and all our officers will do the needful. Because this, I don't want to believe.
Let me be frank here. he mentioned issue of mobilization fee. Some of these police officers will tell you, we don't have petrol. The running cost for the police station is having. We still. What are we doing to address the systemic issue? Funding the local police station so that they will not be forced to seek for help. Maybe let's say they are seeking for help for running cost of the police station.
I will not be here and be talking about either funding or no funding.
Yes, please.
All I know is the system we're having presently. Okay. Of recent now we commission some new police stations. We commission some new police stations. Those police stations were not built by Nigeria Police Force. It was built by community, most especially the PCRC, the public relation. You understand? The community, the PCRC were built by them, maintained by them, and we give kudos to them. They have been in good synergy, good relationship with the Nigeria Police Force, and they are doing everything expected of them. But the issue of going to a station and they say they cannot make your complaint, they cannot do this, ask that you want to see the DPO. If they don't allow you to see the DPO, put a call through to any of our numbers, either the gateway sheet, the CRU, the PRO of the state, even the CP himself. We are all available to listen to your complaint. Because the CP have directed, he continued to lecture all the officers day in, day out in the state on how to give out a perfect discharge of their duties. So we feel so much concerned listening to people talking about paying bills, bail fee, buying exam mobilization. Sincerely, we are not aware of all this. When you see something, say something. Let us have an evidence.
All right, thank you.
Please.
Let us take more calls. Hello, good morning. 0810-786-0000. Babatunde says, I want to ask the guest if the police command is aware of 2 robbery incidents that occurred in Olapisi Onabanjo University at Ibogun recently, within an interval of 2 weeks. Don Emmanuel says, sometimes when I see some movies and see the interaction and relationship between the police there, you would want to be a policeman, but here it is different. I believe the bad eggs in the police force are responsible for that, so they should sanitize the system to restore the confidence of Nigerians again in our police force. Oni from Abeokuta says, kudos to the officer for his friendly but useful submissions. Indeed, if most officers have the same approach, police would indeed be the people's friend. Unfortunately, the reality is that most stations are not public-friendly environment. I guess training and retraining of our officers will go a long way in changing the current situation. The public, apart from the help of God, doesn't have any other legal institution to resort to when in need other than the police. An improved physical, emotional, educational, and terms of compensation of our officers will go a long way to motivate them. This is Ayoje. Ayoje says, I would say that I would say the NPF, Nigeria Police Force, is doing well with security concerns. However, the fact that Ogun State has the highest concentration of tertiary institutions hasn't translated into improved productivity, harnessed talents and capabilities. Neither has it led to desired development, youth-inclined engagement, or inclusiveness and integration in Ogun State. I urge that aside security matters, pertinent attention should be given to the aforementioned. Okay, thank you for that. Reverend Zachariah says, the app introduced by the Ogun State Police is a welcome development in the fight against insecurity. It can help citizens report crimes quickly and improve public safety. However, corruption must never be allowed to interfere with its purpose. Officers handling reports must act with honesty, transparency, and professionalism. Without integrity, even the best technology will fail to deliver justice and security to the people. 0810-786-0000. Humanitarian says, without mincing words, Ogun State Police Command have done well. I would only ask us to keep supporting them by giving them information. When you see something, say something. By doing this, you are helping the security agencies to help themselves. Crime doesn't know tribe, ethnicity, or religion. Yorubas are committing crime, likewise Igbos, Hausas, Christians, and Muslims, and also not saints, for those that do not know. Hello, good morning.
Nicholas, good morning, sir. And
Good morning.
Dr. Jamie Falari. Officer, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Are you the deputy spokesperson?
I'm his personal assistant, sir.
Okay. Is officer, you see, is for some of us who were unionists as undergraduates, the police and the DSS were our friends. Officer, sometimes I sympathize with you people. Because, the police and NEPA, what we now call IBDC, your errors are very obvious. And with these days that Nigerian youth have their glasses and their cameras, look at the other day, that man who was close to retirement, that officer. Look at how he ended up his career. The other one was in Delta State, over a chassis number. The citizens are becoming conscious and aware. We are no longer in 1985, sir. I don't know whether it's your remuneration or the quality of your barracks. At the station, sir, whether in Adigbe or Latawa, Eleweron, no Nigerian wakes up and wants to go to the police station or the hospital or the courts. At that desk there's no CCTV. It is the station, it is the IPO's word against the Nigerian. You people need to improve your human relations. It's, this damage control, there's an extent to which it will work. When you see a pregnant woman, you will know. You can just Google the apparel of a South Sudanese and Somalia police officer, the lowest rank. These days, you just see that man at Oshun the other day, the way he was breaking the head of those 4 female church officers. I was touched.
You have 10 seconds more, please.
So you people need to know what people are doing on the highway in your offices, because you now can tell the Nigerian you are dealing with in that office. God, may you have more funding.
Thank you so much. 0810-786-00. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Abraham. I'm calling from Camp. I'm quite impressed that the state government has an app that people can be able to use to assess the state government police force and all that. But however, it says I also have an information to give that will be helpful. There are applications that you can have that can be able to check people's phones without even you having access to their phone. The tech team can help you. So I'm giving that information to the technologists from my own end. The police force should look for how to talk to their tech team and be able to do such things. It can help them a whole lot. Thank you.
Okay, 0810-786-0000. 0810. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mola from Agogo.
Thank you.
God bless you, all of you. Wonderful today, and our officer.
Thank you, sir.
Our officer there is saying that bail is free. Yes, it might be so. And he said, if you have issue, we should call some numbers. But what of if those officers has already took the phone of those individuals? Hello?
We're with you. Please go on.
Because it's something that happened to me. Despite the fact that on that day, I was just trying to protect the image of police officers and police formation. They arrested me. And as soon as I got to the station, they took off my phone. I also pay 10,000 naira to bail myself out of that on that day. When my phone is not with me again, how can I do to communicate with the necessary quota in that situation?
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. All right, so officer, let's have you.
Well, firstly, we are very sorry for that. And at the same time, when you are in such situation, sincerely, we are not aware of this. But let's assume we agreed with you that what you said is actually right. Sir, as soon as you have the possession of your phone back, you can still do the needful, sir. You can still do the needful. One thing about Nigeria Police Force is everywhere we have our personnel, we have a way to identify them. Everywhere we can actually record of everywhere our policemen are presently as we are talking to you. If they are saying there's an issue going on in Ekpokia or in Imeko, as long as those places it is at the moment, we can actually tell you presently so person is the DPO of so place. We have so section in that department. Presently we have some surveillance department. They are in we have the record of all the movement of our policemen. So if we have an encounter, if we have an issues like this that needs you to complain to halt, please do that as soon as we have the possession of your mobile phone back. We will surely make sure we protect your interests. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let us take some messages before we wrap up. Chief Bola Opaleye says Ogun State Police Command, alongside other law enforcement agencies, have been doing great under successive leaders. That is why our state is listed as one of the safest in the country. Kudos to them. More needs to be done. Like all professions, there are bad eggs. Please do more on illegal extortion and harassment of motorists by junior officers. Laughing why is a notorious sport, except the authorities would pretend. Whether rightly or wrongly, some people believe that they have the support of bosses in terms of returns. Let us help to secure our state and citizens. Let me end by appreciating you because your job is risky, lots of bashing, it is difficult and sometimes thankless.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Dr. Kaya Delumide says, sir, you did not attempt one of the questions I pushed to you earlier against those abductors of Gateway Shapade, Gateway Polytechnic. Okay, it must be important to identify